What's up, everybody? How's it going, everybody? Hope you're doing all right. Sure is good to see you people again. Well, I'm not really seeing you. I'm looking into a glass lens, but I can imagine all of your sweet faces through the interwebs looking back at me. Get out of here, fly. Get. Anyways, what's up? Oh, it's a mosquito. That's what it is. I'm going to wait. I'm going to get it. Nope. Let's see here. Where are we going? Okay. I hope everybody's doing well. I'm doing good. Am I frozen? What is happening? Am I frozen? Looks like I'm frozen on one screen. Dang it. It doesn't like me. What is going on? I'm trying to fix it. I'm really trying to fix it. Frozen solid. I swear, I thought I had it going. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Why does it not? Let me see. Anybody can hear me? No? Maybe? Okay, you're hearing my voice. All right, let me, let's see here. Why did my camera all of a sudden stop working? I do not know. Got my new rig going. I'm going to probably let me get an old camera and plug it in right quick. 1 second. I'll be right back. Super lame. Super lame. All right, let's get this old streaming camera here. Okay, there we go. Put it right there. May have to pull this up a little bit. There we go. It's all right. Okay, let's try this again. Give me a second. Oh my gosh, this is so annoying. I had this all working just fine. Okay, let's see here. New. Okay, create new. All right, camera. Okay. What? Doesn't even see my camera? Why? I have two cameras now, and it's not even seeing them. Super lame. What is the deal? Oh, now I feel stupid. Oh! There's something. Okay. I got something. Let me just scale it up here a little bit. There I go. That may have to work. All right. Okay. Oh my goodness. I had my camera all set up right and it was working. I had it lit nice. It was cool. Now you get to see my new digs all junky on this junky streaming camera. But whatever. It's working. It only took me 5 minutes to figure it out. Well, not really to figure it out, but to make something happen. I'm going to pop my chat window out here. Okay. All right. So, my friends, I hope you're all doing well. My eye itches. I'm glad my audio is good. So, I don't really have anything planned. I'm not going to do any drawing tonight. I apologize if you came to see some drawing. So I thought I would just take maybe a half an hour or so and do a just a Q&A. Wanted to take a half an hour because I wanted to try to go and it does look like my classic 4x3. I bet I can make a letterbox. Configure video. Camera control. Maybe. Maybe not. Anyways. But what do I want to say? I'm going to try to make it to my buddy's Instagram live, Brad Fulton. He's doing it. I think he's doing it a live tonight at 9:30. So wait a minute, 9:30. Oh, I'm totally good. It's 9:30 in Texas when he's going live. So that's my 10:30. So I can talk to you guys for a long time. Anyways, so I'm just going to do some Q&A about stuff that's going on for the rest of the year, that we have going on the rest of the year, and also anything that we're also going to be talking about 2020. Got lots of stuff planned for 2020. I'm really excited about it. So if you have a question, just type it in the text or whatever they call it, and let me know what you think, and I'll try to answer any questions you have about anything. Life, playing cards. Kyle says, love my new Kingswald thread shirts. Just got it in the mail. Amazing quality. Feels great. I am excited that you like it. I'm glad that people are finally getting those. I'm really excited about that as well. Let's see here. Will the Gilded table players be continued in the next year? The question was, will the Gilded table players continue next year? And the answer is yes. Now, I will say this about both the can I pin a question? I bet I can. Let's see, pin message. So the Gilded table players is going to stay. The Gilded Kingswald shorts is going to stay. Now, we have had, obviously, everybody that's been a part of the Gilded subscription this year has noticed that we have sometimes delivered early. Well, we've never delivered early. We've sometimes delivered kind of on time, and sometimes we've delivered late just because of different times we get cards. And also, we just got the Gilded Halloween decks, so we're going to be able to send those out really soon. And we've had a hard time. We've had a hard time getting those on time, and we thought about just nixing the Gilded subscription and then just offering the Gilded decks to members once we got them. But we had so many people that didn't like that got him. Get out of here. You will not defile me, mosquito. We had so many people that didn't like that idea that we decided to keep it. Now, there will be a caveat because we want to be totally transparent with everybody, and we don't want to set false expectations with people. And so we are going to try to set the bar low with people's expectations with the Gilded deck, and we're going to have a new kind of like disclaimer on the product page, yada, 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 that says, listen, hey, this stuff takes time, so on the front end, if you're getting into this, if you're new to this Gilded subscriptions, these will most likely, you can expect these not to come out not to be shipped, not to come out the months that they're assigned to. So we're going to try to be fully transparent with it, and that's that. But the good news is we are not getting rid of it. All right, let me get to the next question. I like this pin thing. Let's see here. Where are we at? Okay. What's going on with 2021 subscriptions? Max B says, what's going on with the 2020 subscriptions? What is going on is, here's the thing. In an effort to try to lower the workload for myself next year so that I could do some of the other decks like Lord of the Rings and stuff like that, I had the idea of scaling back. Yes, Max, we're keeping the Gilded subscription. In an effort to scale back my workload for next year to do decks like Lord of the Rings and stuff like that, I had the idea of scaling back the number of decks in the subscription and maybe getting rid of some. But at this point, I've given myself more work because when I thought about canceling the Table Player subscription, I got really bummed out because I was like, I really like the Table Player subscription. I really like it, and it's pretty light work compared to having to create the full theme decks. And I was like, I don't need to do that. And I was getting really bummed. And so at this point, next year for 2021, at this point, we will have the King's Wild Shorts, 12 decks, one a month, standard, limited, and gilded. And we are right now, I'm going to up the number of Table Players decks from 6 to 12. So the plan for next year, because I got so bummed and I got so excited about the Table Players not going away that I went into this feverish design spree over the past couple of weeks. And I designed 7. I did 7 Table Players decks in the past 2 or 3 weeks. So I already went past 6. So next year we're going to have 12 King's Wild Shorts decks, and we're going to have 12 Table Players decks. So both subscriptions will be once a month. And the shorts will have standard, limited, and gilded slots, and the Table Players will have standard and gilded, just like before. Now, we are toying around with the idea that we have lots of people in the standard subscription. Oh yeah, forgot to say this. I'm tired of explaining what the term King's Wild Shorts, especially the shorts part, means in the name. And it's kind of not the way it was in the very beginning when it was really, really short runs of like 144. And so we're going to change the name to be the number 13 club or something. I think it's going to be the number 13 playing card subscription or whatever. But it'll still be this. It'll be the exact same as the King's Wild Shorts. There'll still be a members page, and something that we're toying around with is that we don't know exactly the percentage, the actual amount yet, but we're toying around with. We're not toying around. We're going to do it. If you are a standard slot subscriber, you will get. And these are just hypothetical numbers because we don't know the specific numbers, but they're probably pretty close. If you're a standard subscriber, we will issue you a unique discount code for yourself that will give you, say, like 3% off. 3% off everything that you buy on the Kingswald website. If you are a limited edition subscriber, you will get, say, 5% off site-wide. Obviously, we're trying to upsell you. It's exactly what we're doing. We're going to try to upsell you. That's exactly what we're doing. If you're a limited edition subscriber, you'll get 5-ish% off. These aren't set in stone yet. 5% off site-wide. And then if you're a Gilded subscriber, you'll get 7% off. And then if there are people that are like Gilded and limited edition subscribers, and those people will get like 10% off site-wide every time they order. So it's just kind of another perk we're trying to throw in there to not only give you guys more value in your subscription, because we're not going to change the subscription price, I don't think we are. Give you more value in the subscription, but also try to upsell you to try to get you into more sub slots. So anyways, all right, let me see here. Let me catch up. Remove. Okay. Let me see. Okay. Let me go back. Where is it? Okay. Are subs going away? No, subs are not going away. I'm doing great today. I feel really good. What decks am I planning? What decks am I planning for the... Richard asks, what decks am I planning for the library collection? These are also not set in stone. The only one that's set in stone is Sherlock Holmes because it's already being produced. I'm doing seven literature decks next year. I'm doing Sherlock Holmes. My mind went blank. Sherlock Holmes. I'm just going to tell you the list of the ones that are like at the top of the list. Sherlock Holmes, Wizard of Oz, Grimm's Fairy Tales, Alice in Wonderland, maybe, Frankenstein or Dracula, Christmas Carol, and I want to say, what was the other one? I think Gulliver's I don't know if it's Gulliver's Travel, but those are the ones that those are the ones that are kind of like the main runners, front runners in Sherlock Holmes. Okay. Let's see. No, Kyle asks, the Gilded Halloween deck is done before Gilded Don't Tread on Me. We actually got the Gilded Halloween and the Gilded Don't Tread on Me at the same time. Don't ask me why. Don't ask me why. That's just the way they gave them to us. Will I add any more Gilded slots? That is a good question, Marcus, and I should answer that. Let me see here. Pin. So Marcus asks, will you add any more Gilded slots for 2021? No, we will not. The Kingswald Shorts, which will be called the number 13 club next year, will continue to have 300 Gilded slots. Now, the table players subscription for the Gilded slots will go from 300, is what we have now, to 150, just because we had a lot of Gilded table players decks left over every month, and so obviously the demand wasn't there for 300 slots, and so the number of Gilded. Pull this down a little bit. Okay, there we go. Don't fall. It's about to fall off. The number of Gilded slots. The number of Gilded slots we're going to have for the table players will go from 300 to 150. So we'll be lowering the number of Gilded slots for table players. Let's see here. Boom. Remove. Okay. When will all subscriptions, shorts, and table players be renewed? Let me pin that. So last year we changed subscription systems going from December to January. we are happy with the company that we're using now. There are obviously some drawbacks. And I can talk a little bit more about those in just a second, but there should be, if you want to keep your subscription, no matter what subscription it is for 2021, whether it's a Table Players, a Kingswold Shorts, you don't have to do anything at all. It will just continue on, and on January 1st, your new 2021 subscription will just roll over. So you won't have to do anything like you had to do last year because we were changing systems. The good news is we're pretty sure we found a solution, a solution to be able to offer PayPal with our subscription service. And that'll also mean that we'll be able to offer PayPal on our website as well. We can offer PayPal, Amazon Pay, and Google Pay on our website if we didn't have the subscription system, but because the way the subscription system works, it kind of handcuffs us. But the good news is I think we have a solution to be able to offer PayPal with our subscription, but that's not for sure yet. But to answer your question again, you won't have to do anything to renew your subscriptions next year. It'll just roll over. Let me see here. Let me find where I was at. Will there be re-releases of Sherwood Force Edition Gilded? Negative. We will not re-release the Sherwood Forest Edition. Let's see here. Hey, Jackson. Let me see. If you want to get your decks, J. Bills Lover, I'm sorry if I butchered your name. If you want to do something like that, you'll just need to contact customer support, either Amy or Desi, and just email support@kingswellproject.com and ask them that question. Any more plastic decks next year? Yes and yes. Michael asks, let me pin this, boom. Michael asks, any more plastic decks next year? Yes, we are going to have plastic decks next year. That is definitely something that that's a market that I want to get into, the poker market, and people that are serious about poker play with plastic decks. So one of the ideas that's floating around in my head is taking the Table Players decks from this year and remaking those as plastic decks to play poker with. I don't know if that's going to be the case. I'm still testing and prototyping a few different manufacturers of plastic decks to try to find the one that I like, and also find one that I like, but then also has good reliability in terms of like production time and stuff like that. So, but to answer your question, yes, we will be doing more plastic decks next year. Okay, let's see here. Yes, Kyle, I'm trying to catch back up, sorry. Justin Barrett asks, so is the price for the Table Players doubling then or staying the same? The price is staying the same for your subscription. It is only the frequency of your subscription is what is doubling. So the price of the subscription slot is the same, but instead of being charged that price every other month, you'll be charged that price once a month. Let me pin that message here. Was that you? Let me see here. Last year, we were able to get the same number we had subscribed to at Cal. Yes, if you don't do anything, going into the next year, your subscription number will also stay the same. Okay. Can I talk about Black Friday? Well, currently, I need to talk about November in general because we're not necessarily releasing everything on Black Friday. Let me put that up here. I'm looking at my calendar right now, and I think it's pretty accurate. On Thursday, this Thursday, the 5th, we are releasing the standard edition new King's Wild Tiger 2s, which are dope. Let me just say, the dope. So on Thursday the 5th, we are going to be releasing the King's Wild Tiger 2s on Thursday. On Thursday the 12th, we are going to be releasing a slew. Slew is a technical term. We are going to be releasing a slew of uncut sheets of a lot of the decks that we've been doing, from the new Tigers, Legal Tender. I think the new Legal Tender, I'm not sure. It depends on if we can get it or not. Robin Hood, Arthurian, all the good stuff that's there that we've been doing recently. We will be releasing a lot of uncut sheets on the 12th. And then on Black Friday, at this moment, we're going to have our first plastic deck released on Black Friday, but stuff has been happening production-wise, and it's taken longer than we expected. But that was only one thing that we were going to be releasing on Black Friday. The two big things that we hope to release on Black Friday are the new version of Legal Tender, which is better than the first one. It's the new print run of Legal Tender is amazing. We tweaked a few things on the way we applied the ink, and it's dope. So the new Legal Tender, also the special book box Gilded editions of Legal Tender will also hopefully be released on Black Friday if everything comes together. So the new Legal Tender, the new special edition Gilded book box versions of Legal Tender, and then also the new Deck the Halls. We're going to be releasing the new Deck the Halls deck, which will have has gold thread now on the tuck case, the fully embroidered tuck case, and also gold foil threads, gold foil on the back design. So lots of good stuff for Black Friday. Super stoked. Okay, let me catch up. What about delayed shipping codes? Will they stack with these? Let me see. I'm not quite sure on the delayed shipping at this moment. I've kind of pulled back a lot from kind of being involved with that kind of the back end shipping stuff a lot since we kind of initiated that stuff. But I'm in the know of everything's going on, but we haven't really got to the delayed shipping yet. For all I know, it's all going to stay the same. Let's see here. Not sure. Let me see. Okay. Check. What is the Christmas deck for this year? Well, the original Christmas deck was going to be Winter Solstice because Winter Solstice is in December. But Beowulf was ending up taking me longer to finish because of all the custom quartz than I originally expected. So I flip-flopped Winter Solstice with Beowulf. So Winter Solstice is this month's subscription deck. And December is Beowulf. Let me see here. Let's see. Richard asks, are the library decks going to be sub? Will they be separate purchase And if so, will you release the Robin Hood deck to match? The library decks will match. The library book box editions will match the Robin Hood book box edition. And they will be, those book box editions will be the Gilded edition slot for all the literature decks. So if you want the book box edition and you want to have all those little book boxes that match each other at the end of the year, you'll want to get the Gilded subscription slot, because that's the only way that you'll get the book box editions. But right now we're pretty full on the Gilded subscription at this moment, and I think we brought back the wait list like we had last 2 years ago. But the book box editions will be the Gilded editions, and that will be part of the subscription. However, I will say this, for total transparency, we only have 300 subscription slots. We only have 300 Gilded subscription slots, but we have to make at least 500 of those book boxes. So similar to the Sherwood Forest edition, and this is all website snafus, not aside from this conversation, when we can have that conversation. But we have to make 500 of those book boxes as a minimum order, and so 300 of those will go for the Gilded slot, and then we'll have some type of special edition of the other 200, or less than 200, because we won't make all of them perfect. We'll mess some up, of the other ones that we'll release to members, like we did the Sherwood Forest editions. Just because, or yeah, that's probably what we're going to do, just because I don't want to throw away a bunch of book boxes. You see here. Okay. Let me see here. Let me catch back up. Lots of good questions. Oh, I'm way down here. There used to be a substantial difference in the tuck box between the limited shorts and the standard. Now the only difference appears to be unbranded seal. What's the plan for 20? Let me read this again. There used to be a substantial difference in the tuck box between the limited shorts and standard. Now the only difference appears to be a numbered seal. I'm not trying to be a smart aleck, but that is incorrect. Every one of the subscription decks between the standard and limited has been a different tuck case in terms of like paper stock, ink colors, foils, and seal. So not that I can't remember one deck that we did this year that was just a different seal. So let me see here. So nothing's going to change for 2021. We're going to keep doing it the same way. Let's see here. Robert Wright, not increasing the Gilded. How about the limited? At this point, we're not increasing. To go back to the Gilded subscription for the Kingswold short specifically, we're pretty much maxed out all 500 slots. I mean, we waiver every month because, one or two people cancel and then one or two people pick up the slots. But we're pretty much full on both the limited edition and the Gilded. For sure the Gilded, I think. We haven't quite decided yet exactly what we're going to do. I don't think that we're going to raise the number of Gilded slots. It depends on how many people kind of get on the wait list, because we've started to get people that have been asking, hey, all the slots are open. I mean, all the slots are taken. What can I do to get a slot? We have talked about raising the number of limited edition slots, but it will only be in like small increments. kind of like we did in the very, very beginning where, we have 500 now. We may go up to, 550, 600. I don't know. That's all I can know about that. So there is a distinct possibility that we raise the number of limited edition slots. There is a possibility that we raise the number of gilded slots, but it's not as much of a possibility of us raising limited slots. Okay. Okay. Let me see. Make sure I'm not. Okay. Black Friday is going to be awesome this year too as well. We're getting the new version of Lego Tender Max and also Deck the Halls, which is going to be delicious. And I'm saving all my Federal 52 decks for next year's subscription. So I could have pulled out some, fancy pants thing. We had originally planned on releasing the reprint of the OG, the original Federal 52s, printed by United States Playing Card Company for Black Friday, but they just took too long, and we'll probably get those late December into January. Justin asks, let's see here. Any certain time of Tiger's release? 12 per usual. Yes. Most certainly, I think that the Tigers 2 release on Thursday the 5th will be at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. And we got a lot of those, and so we're not really worried about selling out. So we're not going to do like a members only thing. We're going to have plenty of decks. So Thursday, 12 p.m. Eastern. Let's see here. I think I answered that. What will the Christmas deck be this year? It's Beowulf. Will you have very limited versions of all the literature decks like you did for the Robin Hood Sherwood? Yes. Mainly because we have to print 500 of those book boxes. Let's see here. When will I be releasing the ornaments? Speaking of ornaments. This camera I'm having to use really sucks. Let me see if my other one's not working. If it's still not working. I don't think it is. No. Let's see here. Let me show you this. I don't know if it's going to be any good on this camera. Boom. Look at that. Shing. Anyways, we will be releasing the first inaugural 2020, because 2020 was such a stupendous year. We will be releasing the 2020, the first annual King's Wild Christmas ornament on Black Friday, I'm thinking as well. Yes. Okay, so let me see here. Let me get back up here. Make sure I'm getting all these. Okay, wrist ornaments. Okay, Gandalf the Blue. Hi Jackson. For someone who is new that is planning to become a standard subscriber for 2021 year, when should they make the subscription purchase? Sometime in December. Well, the way that our subscription system works is it's on the 15th of every month. It's kind of like the bookend. So if you purchase a subscription anytime before the 15th of the month, you'll get that month's subscription. But then if you purchase a subscription after the 15th of that month, you get the next month. So it's going to be, if you want to start your subscription, if you want to start your standard subscription if you want January to be the first deck that you get, you'll make your subscription purchase anytime after December 15th. So, Richard says, so is the book box edition of Legal Tender going to match the other book boxes? Yes, it is. That's my whole plan for all these book boxes, is for all these special edition decks for 2021. Kind of going in 2021 will be all in these really cool book boxes that you can put on a bookshelf together and look cool. And they're all going to be the same size and shape and dimension, but as the year progresses, we're already developing like different print techniques for the box themselves. So we hope to have some like really cool, like aged ones. We got a lot of fun things in store for them. They're gonna look really cool. Okay. I'm not sure what you're. Okay. Okay, John J. Jackson, are you a horror movie guy? If yes, recommend a good one or two, please. Recently watched The Wailing and Autopsy of Jane Doe, both great. I actually don't watch that many movies. I don't watch that. I don't have a TV. I like historical movies. But I was telling my wife a couple of days ago I've been wanting to see a scary movie. Let's see, Deck Hunter, I just signed up for Gilded and LTD. Won't be dropping those anytime soon. That's good. And if you're just joining us, I did mention earlier that next year we're trying a new thing where if you have a standard subscription slot, you'll get, let's say, like 3% off site-wide. You'll get a unique discount code that you can use at all purchases, say like 3% off. And if you're limited edition, you'll get like 5%. And then if you're a Gilded, you'll get like 7%. And then if you're a Gilded and limited subscriber, you'll get like 10% off site-wide on all your Kingswell purchases. But not on the subscription. You don't get a discount on the subscription. Don't think that. Don't try to game it. I see what you're doing. I know what you're trying to do already. Let's see here. Is the Arthurian book box a November release as well? Yes, I think so. I'm glad that you reminded me. The Arthurian book box is also something that we're going to be releasing in November as well. I need to ask I'm glad you reminded me. I got to ask my team what the status on that is. Let me see if I can get an answer from them. Then they can tell me. Let's see here. What's the status of the Gilded Arthurian decks? And I think we already have the Arthurian book boxes. All right, let's see here. I got an answer. Let's see. Let me catch back up. Why does it do this? It keeps flipping up some. Will you be keeping the golden ticket for the table players? Also, will you be selling the unclaimed ones this year? Let me pin that. It's a good question. The first question is, will you be keeping the golden ticket for table players? Yes, we will be. So that means we'll have 12 golden ticket decks next year instead of 6. Because we're going from 6 table players decks to 12. We will be keeping the golden ticket editions. And as for your second part of your question, also, will you be selling the unclaimed ones this year? The answer is yes, we will be. This November is the last table players deck, and you may have seen some pictures of it. It's that gold and black one with the King's Wild double head. That's the volume 6. Excuse me, the volume 6. I need to get a drink just a second. That's the volume 6 table players deck. And we'll give people definitely the month of November to get their deck and to open it. And then probably into December as well. I think that we're going to give everybody, I don't know how it's going to work because we've talked about releasing those in December, but we want to make sure that we give everybody, especially international people, time to get, and like people that have delayed shipping, we want to make sure that we give them ample enough time to get their standard decks, open them if they want to, and see if they got a Gilded. So most likely, the unclaimed golden ticket editions, the table players decks, will go on sale in January. And it'll be kind of a thing where, like, on December 31st at midnight, all the golden tickets for that year will be kind of null and void. And then we will sell the rest of we will offer the rest of them. And what we're trying to do, we're trying to make as many complete sets as we can. And then we'll sell those as complete sets. And then the ones that we can't make complete sets with, we will sell individually. Okay. Are those Matchbox versions on Thursday? No, they are not. We didn't get those in time to have those produced because I'm moving and I used all the tools in my shop to make the little sandpaper tear strips because I had to cut them on a big bandsaw and all that kind of stuff to make them custom fit. So those are not going to be in Thursday's release. It's just the standard edition King's Wild Tigers 2. The Matchbox editions will be probably next year as well, sometime early next year, because I still have to set my shop up here so I can make those things. The sandpaper thing was actually a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. It was a pain. It was really rough. Oh, my sound. There we go. I missed my sound thing. I got me a new Macho Man Randy Savage thing on my soundboard.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Let's see here. Okay, let me see here. Where are we at? Let me go back up. With the book boxes, have you ever considered doing a canvas front instead of leather? Tons of aging you could do with canvas. We can't age it if it's actual canvas. We are going to do a thing where we're going to use like paper laminated over laminated over the cardboard, and then print the aging on that, like we did, say, like with the standard limited edition Robin Hood tuck cases where they look like aged leather and aged canvas. We're going to do that on some of the book boxes next year where the book box looks aged like the Robin Hoods did. So we are going to do that. We're going to be messing around with that. Let's see. Where did I go? Okay, there. Let me find it. Okay. Are all the Gilded subscription decks going to be in book boxes? The literature ones for sure. Let me pin Brad's question. The literature Gilded subscriptions will definitely 100% all be in the book boxes for the 7 literature decks. Now, the 5 Gilded Federal 52 decks, I'm not sure yet. It's going to be something special. I'm not quite sure yet, though, what we're going to do for that. I'll have to get back with you. But I'm leaning towards doing the book boxes because I really like this idea of having all the decks that I make next year be in these book boxes where you can put them on. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure on the Federal 52 decks for next year for the Gilded ones, but I'm leaning towards that. But it's going to be something cool. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. Okay. Got that. Subscription is already discount. Okay. Will you stack discounts for people who have more than one set of subscriptions? I don't think so. That seems like a logistical nightmare for us. Have you, David says, just a thought, have you thought of producing a custom bookcase for all the book boxes? Yes, I have. And that's something we're talking about doing for Black Friday for next year, is creating a really cool wooden, a little black walnut, like bookcase holder for all the book boxes. And that's another reason why I'm leaning towards doing all the Federal 52 Gilded editions in the book boxes as well, so that all the decks from next year can go in this really nice 12-deck sleeve, a 12-deck bookcase that fits the 12 book boxes. Let's see. Scott Cheeseman. Will the table players be a sub next year? Yes, they will be, and we're going from 6 decks next year to 12. Looks like everybody's answering for me. That's good. I'm just catching up. Sorry. Okay. Justin says, wait. 5 Federal 52 decks. Tell me more. Okay, I'll tell you more. So next year, for the subs, we're having seven classic literature decks. I'm trying to keep things new for myself and trying to do different things just to keep it interesting for myself. And so this year we had 12 very different decks. Next year I wanted to do 2 sets of series that went together. So you've got the 7 classic literature decks that are going to be kind of a series, and then I'm going to be reprinting the original the Federal 52 series, but I'm going to be reproducing the Federal 52 series with foil on the back and the court cards for this one. So I'm going to be releasing a double foiled Federal 52, original Federal 52, a double foiled silver certificate, a double foiled white reserve note, gold certificate, Federal 52, gold certificate, silver certificate, white reserve note, and then the last deck for the subscription next year will be the double foiled with red foil black reserve note. It's going to be good. So that's what the Federal 52 series is going to be of next year. So it's going to be all blinged out. All right, let me catch up. Let me go back up here. Okay. So once again, for Black Friday, if all goes well, Black Friday is going to be, because Ice Panda wants to know. Let me see here. Black Friday, if all goes well, and this could all change up into the day before it, we're going to be releasing the new version of Legal Tender, which is different than this first one we did earlier this year. It's different. It looks so good. We're going to be releasing the new Legal Tender standard editions. We're going to be releasing the special edition Gilded Legal Tenders. And before you get mad, I'm going to go ahead and tell you, we're going to be raising the price of the Legal Tender decks. We sold them for $15, which I thought was a steal. And with the new print run, production cost went up with the tweaks that we did to make it better. And so we're going to be raising the price of the new Legal Tenders going forward. So just letting you know about that. So both the new standard edition Legal Tenders, the new print run, and also are going to be more expensive than the $15 first ones. let's see here. And then, so legal tender, hopefully Deck the Halls, the new Deck the Halls deck. And also the, my brain went, the new Christmas, the Kingswald Christmas ornaments. And we'll have already released the Kingswald Tigers 2 on this Thursday, the 5th. So that's kind of the, and probably some other stuff that have forgotten. But those are the big ones, I think. Let's see here. I can't catch back up. It's all I always lose my place. Okay, here we go. Okay. Thank you. Okay, good. I'm just reading, trying to catch back up. Sorry. Does the book box, Max says, does the book box have a regular tuck case in the book box or just the cards? So the way that the book boxes work is that we design the book box to fit a tuck case inside. So the gilded versions in the book boxes, what that is a limited, it's a LTD tuck case inside the book box. It's not a different tuck case than the limited editions. It's an LTD tuck case that's inside the book box, the gilded book box. I hope that makes sense. But it's not loose cards for sure. Let's see here. What do you think of the deck cut you got from me? Oh, I like it. I have it. I think it's right. I think it's on my shelf. I just unpacked it. I really like it. Let's see here. I'll show it to. You'll see a picture of it once I get it unpacked for sure. Okay, I'm catching back up. Okay. Will the new Table Players V6 be available to non-subs on some Thursday at 5 p.m. Eastern? Yes, Gandalf the Blue. Let me pin your question. Usually what we do with all sub decks is we release sub decks the next month. So this month is volume 6, November. And so you can expect the previous months, so volume 6 will be released, I think it looks like December 10th. We will release the volume 6 Table Players to non-subscribers. Anything that we've got left on December 10th will be released to, on December 10th. Okay. Let's see. Who is Rory Rennick? I'm not sure who that is. I probably know who it is, but I don't know who it is. What did Scott Cheeseman ask? Sub prices staying the same? I think so. I'm pretty sure sub prices are staying. I'm not 100% sure, though. I'm pretty sure. We haven't talked about changing them yet. But we also haven't kind of like done our final end of year like review of all the production costs that we've had this year. Can I please make a Kingswald hoodie? I almost wore my Kingswald hoodie, but I didn't. I can. Let's see here. Can you please, hoodie, any new art from the Mistborn deck? I do have new artwork from the Mistborn deck, but I'm not going to show it because I'm sorry. I'm not going to show it tonight. Let's see. Scott Cheeseman says, final late question. All 2020 subscriptions automatically renew for 2021? Yes, they do. If you'd like to keep your subscription, all your slots, you don't have to do anything. You just keep on going, and they will renew on January 1st. I'm supposed to get my golden ticket playable players deck this month. September. I can't wait. Awesome. We are going to be starting to write something we're going to start be doing. I think we're doing it this month. I think we did it this month for the table players. If we didn't do it this month, we're definitely doing it for the January one for next year. We're going to be writing the month that the golden ticket was in and an edition number. And so not only if you get a golden ticket, you'll also see the edition number of the golden ticket number that you're getting, because we've been having a lot of people that have not been very nice and trying to game us and send in golden ticket pictures that they may have bought on eBay or something and trying to get a golden ticket deck, and we ain't going to have that. So it's going to be a way for us to safeguard, because we'll know that if we see somebody send us the number 2 deck of the golden tickets for the month of January, and then a couple of weeks later somebody else sends the same one in, we'll know when someone's trying to get us. Let's see. Oh, Rory. Okay, now I know. Now I know who you're talking about. Rory. Yes. Roy and I are going to do something. We're still kind of like just brainstorming what that's going to be, but we are going to do something. We may try to do. I think we're going to do something. We don't know exactly what we're doing yet, though. Okay. The Lord of the Rings decks, will those be the subscription decks or a separate special edition buy? Will there be gilded editions? The Lord of the Rings decks will not be a subscription. They will have gilded They will have gilded ones. And I know that I've been saying that they're not going to be on Kickstarter, but all of my wise counsel that I've been talking to about the Lord of the Rings project keeps telling me that I should do the Lord of the Rings decks on Kickstarter. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I do know that I'm not going to do all 3 at once. So it'll be a thing where I just do like the Fellowship of the Ring first, and that's it. And it'll have kind of a standard limited and gilded edition as well. But everybody I've been talking to that I trust their thoughts and their things, they're like, man, you need to do Lord of the Rings on Kickstarter just because of the reach of the fans. But I don't know, because I do not like Kickstarter. I don't like Kickstarter. I love Kickstarter, but I don't like the headaches that come with it. Let's see. Also, on your large post going live today for your Q&A, I saw those awesome bourbon bottles at the top shelf. I saw you eyed it when you said I need a drink or something. I know. I need a drink. I have my cup over here and it's just sitting here dry. I may need to do that here in just a second. I'm feeling a little parched. Let's see here. Let me get a drink real quick. Now we're talking. Let me get this open. Oh yeah, that's what we're talking about. Oh yeah. Now we can do it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's good. That's what I needed. Okay. What are your thoughts for a Pearl Harbor deck? I like Pearl Harbor. I have not done a specific World War II deck at this point. I really want to do it because I have a lot of sentimental value to World War II. My granddad was in World War II. My granddad was actually a bombardier, and crazy enough, He was a bombardier that was one of the backup crews for the Enola Gay, which is crazy. Anyways, cheers, Gandalf. Did the tip jar for the crew go away? Yes, it went away. It went away for you guys. I paid them bonuses differently. I do want to say something about that specifically, the tip jar, because it leads me to a thing that I want to talk about. One of the things that we're planning on doing for next year, and this is later on next year, is as we move the headquarters here to Chattanooga, we hope we want to create, we want to like expound on the Wednesday weekly updates. We want to expound on the Wednesday weekly updates to be almost like a little weekly. It may not be weekly that we do it, but it may like every 2 weeks. But we want to produce like a short show. This is so funny, but my daughters, we watch this show that we absolutely love on YouTube, and my kids love it. It's called Dude Perfect, and we love Dude Perfect. My kids love it. They're wholesome guys, and my girls love them. And they do these fun like competitions and stuff like that. And we're going to try to start doing, when we move the headquarters here to Chattanooga, I'll be with the crew. And so we're going to start producing like a show that's very Dude Perfect-esque in the sense of the way they do competitions and stuff like that. Not so much like trick shots, but all like the competitions. And one of the things we talked about is bringing the tip jar back. And every month we have we let the tip jar accrue, and we have a monthly competition that I'm like the judge or the officiator or the MC for. And we have the crew battle it out, doing fun, crazy stuff that we put on as a YouTube show. And, you get a first, second, and third prize. Everybody will win something because I don't want to be that guy. But, whoever wins the competitions will get a good prize out of that tip jar and stuff like that. So we're planning on doing some fun stuff. When that's going to start, I don't know, but that's definitely something we want to do. Let's see here. Let me see. Max asks, will the new Deck the Halls be gilded? We will not have a gilded version for sale this Christmas for the Deck the Halls, only because we will have not had time to get them, send them off, and get them back from the gilder to be able to be by Christmas. So there won't be. Now, we will make some and sell those, but those will probably be sold like later. I don't know. But we hadn't planned on pushing for it really hard for Christmas, just because we wouldn't be able to get them in time. Okay. Deck Hunter, let me see here. In regards to Pi Series, you said in another live that it was being produced by USPCC, Still or Expert, and you said Expert. I never said the Pi Series was being produced by Expert. All of the Pi decks are being produced by United States Playing Card Company, and I've already turned in the Apple Pi deck to United States Playing Card Company. So all the Pi decks will be the United States Playing Card Company, only to preserve the cohesiveness of that series. Unless something catastrophic happens or something. Yes, that is the deck, Robert, that I was forgetting from my classic literature deck, my list. Christmas Carol. I was going to try to do Christmas Carol for this year's Christmas deck early in the year, but I just bit off more than I could chew. No problem, Deck Hunter. Don't worry about it. It's all good. Christmas Carol is going to be next year's Christmas deck, and it's going to go well with the literature decks for next year. It would be cool to have $1 million Kickstarter. I can't lie. That would be sweet. Because I'm super competitive, for sure. I'm just jumping around here. Okay. Have I revealed what the 13th deck is this year? You know what? I'll be really honest with you. This year has been so crazy that I haven't even thought. I know it's November. But this year has been so crazy that I haven't even thought about what the 13th deck is this year. I haven't even thought about it. Sorry. Let's see here. Okay. Marcus says, want to get 4 Equinox, 4 Solstice decks, but only see the Solstice 3rd or 4 on your site. Is the 4 of 4 the Winter Solstice? That is this month's sub. When did the first 2 drop? Yes. This month's deck is the Winter Solstice deck. The 2 Equinox decks were last year, and then the Solstice decks were this year, I think. And so this month's Solstice deck finishes up that 4-deck series. Let me see here. That made me think of something I wanted to show you. What was it? I can't remember. I don't remember. What time is it? 10:12? Okay, we're good. Let's see. Brad says, Mr. Marcus, interestingly, the first Equinox was the very first subscription deck back in 2018. It has been reprinted again, though. Not sure if, yes. I don't have any of the very first ones. That's for sure. But Brad is correct. That was the very first King's Wild Shorts deck ever. TC Elliott joined late in the stream. Have you talked about Sherwood problems, and would you be willing to do a rerun of those who had the problems with the site that day? We have not talked about them. There were a host of multiple different problems with the site that day. Not only was there a bug with Shopify, the decks were not available. The decks sold out like in 3 minutes, which didn't help. And unfortunately, we're not going to be doing a rerun of those who had problems because we can't reprint those. I mean, we could, but that'd be screwing everybody that bought them. But we do think that Shopify is fixing the problem for sure. Well, at least they said they were. So that's that. It may not be the answer that you want, but that's kind of what's happening. Did my package to you not get delivered yet? I did get a cut one. Here's the thing, Richard. You have to realize this. It is so hard for me to connect people's names with their like Instagram handles and all that kind of stuff. And so when people send me stuff or that kind of thing, sometimes I don't do it. I mean, I don't make the connection. And also, this past week has been a blur to me because I've been moving. But I did get an injured cut. I don't know if I got it. I got a Varan Videre cut deck this past week, I think, and it looks awesome. Let's see here. Robert asks, am I doing a collab with Brad Fulton? Yes. Brad and I will be releasing a King's Wild Edition Ace Fulton clip joint next year. It's going to be awesome. Oh, now. I it's so weird. Like I see these questions coming up, and it's like talking about stuff that we talked about a minute ago. I have thought about the 13th deck being a crew deck with all the crew in it, but I'm not sure if that's what's going to happen. Let's see here. Let me see. 1 second. Let me pick on my shelf. Okay. I got about 15 more minutes because I want to go on Brad Fulton's Instagram Live at 9:30. I hope that's when it is. Oh, I know what I wanted to show you. Let me see here. Let me pull it up. So, I got a buddy. Well, I have two buddies that I grew up with. Where's it at? Boom. I have two buddies that I grew up with named, let's see. Well, how do why can't I max? There we go. Let me save this image. Okay. I need to move this screen over here because y'all don't need to see my chat window. I'm just trying to show you something. Okay. So I have two buddies that I grew up with, John and Cody, and they own like an oil company. I grew up in West Texas. So oil is pretty big in West Texas. But they own a big oil company called Double Eagle. And they contacted me. Well, they didn't contact me. They just called me. And they wanted me to design a deck for their oil company. And the oil company is called Double Eagle. And it's called Double Eagle because the high school that we all went to and played football together, our mascot was the Eagles, the Canyon Eagles. And so they were two double eagles. So whatever. And so they asked me to design a deck for their company, and they really liked the Federal 52 legal tender kind of whole money thing, and they're very close friends of mine. I wouldn't do this for probably anybody, just like any corporate people, because the Federal 52 is kind of like my baby. But they're close friends of mine, and so they really like the artwork from the Federal 52 and the legal tender, and so I kind of made this mixture. And I designed a deck for them that we just got, and it looks awesome. And I think that we'll have some of these. This may be, and I remember that because this may be something that we add to the Black Friday release. But I'll show you the tuck case if I can do it. Let me see. Yeah, there's the tuck case. It's kind of a conglomeration of a green version of the White Reserve note with Texas Star and Double Eagle and all that kind of stuff. But that's something that I designed for my boys. I think I've got, let's see here. I think I've got a card. I'll see if I got a picture of the Joker. Yeah. Let's see. This is the Joker. And it's a picture of all of us, all three of us together. There's my boys, John and Cody. And that's me, little scrawny me. And I'm a big guy. I'm 6 foot. These guys are giants. They both played football for Texas Tech. And Cody played for the Colts. But anyways, that's the Joker. That's going to be a fun deck. We will have some of those decks. I think we're going to have some of those decks for Black Friday. So let me see. So I'll show you the Ace of Spades. Where'd you guys go? Where's the chat? Is Double Eagle a deck we can buy? Yes. You will be able to buy a Double Eagle deck. Let me show you the ace of spades. It's kind of a legal tender double eagle ace of spades. Let's see here. Here's the ace of spades. The double eagle. So, there's some pics of the new double eagle deck. It turned out really good. I'm pleased with it. All right, let me get you guys back over here so I can see. All right, chat. Where's the chat? Okay, let's break it out. Bomb, pop out chat so I can see it. Okay. You said a rerun of Sherwood will screw over the people who bought it. I get that. Why not a V2 run of Sherwood? Maybe a different back design or something. Well, when you talk a new back design, then you're talking about a whole new deck run, which is it basically that just triples the cost of what you're saying. But I will say this. Robinhood is I really like the Robinhood deck. The Robinhood Standard Edition will be something that is in our inventory that we're going to keep reprinting. So I would imagine that we do some sort of special edition of the Robinhood in the future for sure. What that is, I don't know. But we definitely won't do it in the same way we did it before. We'll try to update the book box or something like that. I don't know. But we may do something in the future. Marcus says, "Will you release the full Black Friday drop schedule?" Yes, we could do that. I'll just have to get with Delaney because Delaney holds the keys to all of the release times and stuff like that. And it also, everything is so in flux because of just production that, some of the stuff we don't have yet, like the legal tender decks we don't have yet. So, but we'll put together a schedule and have it out at least by Wednesday, hopefully, with the things that we can release dates for that we have. On Wednesday, the Wednesday weekly update. So yeah. Let's see. What do your personal displays look like? Well, actually, I don't have my decks and displays up. I have this new one right here that's just one of those old cassette tape displays that I really like. And I'm actually going to build myself one that's like all the way from floor to ceiling. I'm pointing at it right here. I'm going to build me one that's like floor to ceiling. I really like those for some reason. They take up a little space, and I can put a lot of decks in them. Let's see here. Any other Diptych Jokers? And this will be the last question because I see Justin just says that Brad went live because I want to go over there and pester him because I love pestering Brad. Absolutely. I love Diptych Jokers. Beowulf has a Diptych Joker. Sherlock Holmes doesn't, but it has a cool new Joker that I did for it. And you can expect all the new literature decks to have Diptych Jokers because I really like doing Diptych Jokers. So, anyways, I am going to call it a night, and then I'm going to go over to Instagram and try to join Brad Fulton's Instagram Live. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out. I appreciate your questions, as always. Always like hearing from you guys, especially you regular people. And hope you guys have a great week this coming week. Hope you have a wonderful November. And, yeah, thanks again for joining us, or joining me. And have a good night. See you guys.